SJ. Welcome to Mvskoke Radio, your weekly source for tribal and community news, interesting guests and discussions, plus a local events calendar.
Simmer Hicks, Mvskoke community.
Okay, you're here enjoying the luncheon here today put on by the Elders Group. What was Christmas like when you were a young one?
Well, it was kind of down on the poor side, but we came through it, and our parents got us some gifts and stuff, and that's how I grew up.
Yeah, some good memories there.
Yeah.
One of the things we're doing is we're allowing people to send Christmas greetings to someone they care about. Would you like to? Is there someone that you'd like to say Merry Christmas to?
I'll just say Merry Christmas to each and everybody,
We're here today to ask some of the folks having lunch, like, what's your name and where you're from, first of all?
Carol Tiger from Okema Community.
Okay, now, what was Christmas like when you were a young one there?
Very small. We had to go to church to have Christmas, and that's where we got most of our Christmas at church. And usually it was a coloring book and crayons, and that was years and years ago.
I won't ask how many. Okay.
Well, I guess most of my young years, but I was raised in California, though, after I left Oklahoma. So that's where I lived most of my life, in California.
Okay, one of the things we're doing is we're asking people if they want to send Christmas greetings to someone. You want to help us out there? Is somebody you want to say Merry Christmas to?
Just Merry Christmas to all the communities that that are having a good time, or that may not have a good time, but still Merry Christmas. Because I know there's a lot of people out there that are barely making it.
Excuse me, sir. Can I speak with you a second?
Boy. Don't snack up on me like that. I almost hit you.
Uh-oh. That'd be a rotten way to start the day. Can I speak with you for a second? Yeah, what's your name and where you're from?
Mitch Fisher from Bristow, Oklahoma.
What do you remember about Christmas when you were young?
Oh, I remember the Christmas tree and all the presents under it, and all the good food we had.
She won't come over. She'll stand out there.
I had good times with my sister and brothers at Christmas.
But she won't touch me.
I liked everything about it. It was good.
Hey, would you like to send Christmas greetings to someone?
No, I don't care.
I can't think of anybody right now. If I could, I would.
All right, well, we'll let you think about it for a little while. Okay, madam. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm Gary Fife with Mvskoke Radio. We're here talking to people about their memories of Christmas. First of all, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Jeanette Smith. My maiden name was Mitchell, and I grew up in Mvskoke.
What was Christmas like when you were a young one?
Oh, we always had a real nice Christmas. My dad, he worked for the government, and so he was always. We didn't have a whole lot of money, but he always made sure that we had a good Christmas, a good dinner, and we'd go to the church on Christmas Eve and everything. Had a wonderful time. We really didn't grow up much with a whole lot of Indians around, just mostly our close cousins, and but we just celebrated Christmas at church. That's all we knew, going to church and and thanking God for all of our blessings for the whole year and for the new year to come in.
Now we're helping people send Christmas greetings to someone. Is there someone in particular you would like to say Merry Christmas to?
Well, I don't have anyone specifically in mind, but what I would like to really think about right now is that our Indians that are in North Dakota. One of my sons is he's a veteran, and so he's going up there tomorrow, and so I've asked our church to pray for the people up there because they're fighting for our rights too. And it's not only concerning the Indians. It's gonna have something to do with the other people, the white people too. If that oil and stuff gets out in the water, it's going to come down to Oklahoma eventually. Maybe not right now, but eventually everything's coming down this way, and so I just pray for those people up there.
Everyone drinks water.
That's right. We need water to get by, don't we? Water and air.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am. And we're here today to talk with elders about this luncheon and things like that. First of all, what's your name and where are you from?
Josephine Johnson, and I'm from Holdenville.
Okay, what was Christmas like when you were young?
Well, it wasn't like what it is today. Well, there's a lot of difference in what it was back then to when it is now. So that's about it.
All right, now we're helping people send Christmas greetings. If there's someone you would like to send a Merry Christmas to?
Yes, to all of my sisters back in Holdenville. Mary Gibson, Marie Toomey, and a brother, Alex Harjo. And then, of course, my nieces and nephews, Sheila May, which she's spending Christmas with us first time in 2 years. So, and that's a blessing. Yep.
No, appreciate it. Can I speak with you?
No.
No? Okay. That's all right, man. Excuse me, can I talk with you a little bit?
Talk with her.
Talk with her? Okay, well, I can do that. All right, what's your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name is Liz Ann Halata, and I'm from Morris.
Okay, now what do you remember about Christmas as a child?
Going to church, bag of candy.
That seems to be the common theme among everybody, including myself. Now, what we're trying to do is help people send Christmas greetings to someone. Would you like to add to our collection, say Merry Christmas to someone in particular?
No, I'd like to say Merry Christmas to all the troops.
Okay, good. Well, let me impose on you two while I'm here. First of all, your name, where are you from?
My name is Leona Fish, and I'm from Tulsa Indian Center.
Okay, we're asking people what were their memories of Christmas as a young one.
As a young one, we used to have a really great Christmas with our parents and a lot of love and not many gifts because we were kind of on the downside, but the love that we shared was my most precious memory.
Okay, and another kinfolk here.
My name's Betty Prater, originally from Walika. Now I live in Morris. And one of my memories would be just having the family together as children, just remembering all everybody was there together. So if we didn't get very many gifts, it didn't matter.
Usually socks and a bag of candy is what I'm hearing.
I didn't hear what?
Socks and a bag of candy is usually what
That would be what we'd get from our church. and we enjoyed it.
One last thing we're doing with people is helping them send Christmas greetings to someone. So you two sisters, if there was someone in particular you wanted to say Merry Christmas to or best wishes, who would it be?
My cousin Richard is in El Paso, and he's having some health problems, but he is on a recovery side, so we wish him many happy holidays.
He's in the nursing home right now, but Jennifer is hoping that he'll get to come home real soon after some therapy.
And a Merry Christmas?
And a Merry Christmas, yes. Thank you.
There's someone near and dear to my heart. My wife, Ramona, who refuses to be interviewed. So we'll, rather than pursue this, we'll keep some harmony at home and I'll let it go. But we'll come back to you and talk to you soon. Hello, can I talk to you for a second? I see fingers pointing at each other. Looks like you're the one. Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
Lucinda Barnett. I'm from Okmulgee.
Okay, we're asking people what were their memories of Christmas as a child.
Remember going to church with my mom and getting candy and then Christmas gifts.
If you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
To all my grandkids and my kids. Thankful for my kids for being here.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, ma'am, can I talk with you for a second? Can I speak with you for a second? Ask you a couple questions?
I can't hardly hear.
Okay. What's your name and where are you from?
Rachel Barnett from Bristow Community.
Okay. As a child, what do you remember about Christmas?
Fixing the Christmas tree. Cutting our own Christmas tree.
Cut your own?
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, we made our own Christmas tree.
How about the ornaments and things?
Yeah.
Okay, now what we're doing also is helping people send a Christmas greeting to someone. Is there someone in particular you'd like to say Merry Christmas to?
Woodrow Wilson, my brother, is in Lexington. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much. How about you? Can I speak with you for a second?
Okay.
What's your name and where are you from?
Frances Allen from Bristow.
Okay, same question. Now, what do you remember about Christmas as a young one?
Going to our home church and having Christmas Eve every year.
Now, if you were wanting to say Merry Christmas to someone in particular, who would it be?
Probably the same as her, Woodrow Wilson and Roger Barnett.
Okay. Thank you very much. Move. Excuse me, ma'am, could I talk to you for a second?
I suppose so.
Okay, well, what's your name and where are you from?
Janice O'Shields. I'm from Kellyville, Oklahoma.
Now, we're asking people what do they remember about Christmas as a child?
I guess it would be when we were little, my dad would always tell us that he was putting hay out in the yard for the reindeer, for Santa's reindeer when they came. And of course we believed it. We never ever saw it, but we believed it.
Never saw any hoof prints out in the yard.
Never saw any hoof prints, never saw any hay.
Now, if you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
I think it would be to the people who are at Standing Rock for peace and safety this winter.
That North Dakota winter, that's going to be pretty hard.
Yes, it is. It's going to be very rough on them.
Okay, Mado, thank you very much. Hi, can I speak with you for a second? No? Okay, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Donna Martin, and I'm from Glenpool.
Okay, we're asking people, what do you remember about Christmas when you were a child?
Well, I remember going to the church, and they handed out candy, and they did the Christmas play, and they always made sure we got a handkerchief and a stocking.
And a bag of candy.
Pardon me?
And a bag of candy, right?
Right, and a bag of candy, and we got to see all of our cousins, and all of our family was there. You know, it was a big gathering.
What we're trying to do today is help people send Christmas greetings to someone in particular. Is there someone you'd like to say Merry Christmas to?
I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my great-nephew, Levi West, and he's in New Jersey, and he works for Fox 23.
Hello, thank you very much. Excuse me, sir, do you have a second? Can I talk with you? No. You, okay. You don't speak English. No, that's an original answer. That's the first one I ever got like that. Well, anyway, ma'am, can I speak with you for a second?
Yes.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you from?
Mary Peak, and I'm from Tulsa.
Okay, we're asking people what were their memories of Christmas as a child.
Oh, I just remember when we were small, my dad would make sure all of us had presents, and our uncle came and he brought presents, and it was just a big dinner for all of us, and it was just a really good time, good memory.
Okay, now, is there someone you'd like to send Christmas greetings to?
I'd just like to send greetings to my brothers. Robert lives in Miami, Oklahoma, and EJ lives in Pawnee. I don't see them much. I miss them.
So Merry Christmas to them.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
We have officially given out all of the daughters. That's all that we have. So if you did not get a daughter...
Excuse me, can I speak with you for a second? Okay, first of all, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Susanna Roberts. I'm from Mogi, OIC.
One of the things we're asking is, what do you remember about Christmas as a child?
Oh, Christmas as a child was really great because the families came together. I remember my grandmother preparing Christmas dinner days and days ahead of time. And I was small, I would lean up on the table and watch her cook. And I think some of those memories stuck in my mind, you know. She would prepare huge meals for just immediate family, but there was a lot of us in the home.
Did you get samples as she cooked?
I don't think I did samples. Even today when I cook, I don't even sample my food. I know it's good.
Now, if you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
Today, I would send Christmas greetings to our Native servicemen, our Mvskoke citizens that are serving in the armed forces, because if they're away from home, you know, they feel that emotional tie when they're away from home. It brings them closer, and the people, I know their families miss them just as well, so that's what I would wish them safety wherever they're at.
We have 2 more donated.
Same question. First of all, your name and where you're from.
Oh, Penny Bexley. I'm from Okmulgee, Oklahoma.
Now, what do you remember about Christmas as a child?
Bags of fruit. Everybody got bags of fruit and ribbon candy. I don't think they make that anymore.
So that's the kind of candy that always got real hard and you forgot about.
And let's see. Oh, turkey and dressing, the same as usual. Lots to eat, lots of laughter and friends, people, little kids. Christmas programs and Santa Claus and a giant Christmas tree with presents for everybody in the church by name. They had their names on them. Everybody got something.
Now, if you wanted to send the Christmas greetings to someone, who would it be?
Oh, gosh, I never thought of that. Well, Mary Ann Shakota, for one thing, Kane, and our elders, and You know, my aunts and uncles and my cousins from Mvskoke, the Washingtons and the Coachmans and some Harjos in there, Shakotas, and just family in general.
Okay, we need a cup of ice water over here.
Mado, thank you very much. Howdy. Can I speak with you for a second?
I don't know.
Well, let me try. How's that? All right. What's your name and where are you from?
Bill Recor. No, my name's Carl West, Mvskoke.
One of the questions we're asking is, what do you remember about Christmas as a child?
The good eats, candy, and that one gift.
One gift. A pair of socks?
A bike.
Now, if you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
It'd be probably my brothers, I guess.
Merry Christmas to your brothers.
Thank you. Same to you.
Mado.
Has everyone got their cards?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I interrupt your bingo game for a second?
Sure can.
Okay, what's your name and where are you from?
Grace Benner, Mvskoke.
Okay, we're asking people, what are your memories of Christmas as a child?
Candy, apple, orange in a sack.
Usually stuck together with the ribbon candy.
Yes. Yes, it was.
I picked up a few of those myself. Now, one of the things we're helping people do is if you wanted to send Christmas greetings to someone, who would it be?
I would send it to my son, Lynn, my mother, Nora, and my sister, Cindy, in heaven.
Can't top that one, Mado. Appreciate it. Got to speak with you, sir? Yeah, what's your name and where you from?
Don Washington, Mvskoke.
What were your memories of Christmas as a child?
I went to our church on Christmas Eve. A big tree and presents stuff and candy and
same bag of candy everyone else seems to get.
Yeah.
Okay, now if you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
Be to my kin folks in Pennsylvania and Tennessee. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mado, appreciate it. Excuse me, ma'am, can I interrupt your bingo for a second?
Okay.
What's your name and where you from?
Rosanna Baird, I'm from Mvskoke.
We're asking people, what were your memories of Christmas as a child?
Lots of presents. Family, food, presents, kids, everywhere.
A few days off from school.
Oh, yeah, we loved it. Mom had 10 of us kids, so there was a bunch of us. We had big Christmases.
Yeah, I imagine so. If you wanted to send Christmas greetings to someone, who would it be?
The guys overseas, the ones in the armed forces. Tell them Merry Christmas, and we're praying for them.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I speak with you for a second?
You sure can.
What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Liz Spencer, and I'm from the Tulsa area.
We're asking people, what were your memories of Christmas as a child?
Well, I remember getting this real pretty doll one time. And I thought I was just it because it was a Cinderella doll. And I enjoyed it.
That sounds pretty impressive. If you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
I'd send a greeting to my aunt down in Henrietta.
Henrietta, okay. Excuse me, sir, can I talk with you for a second?
Sure.
What's your name and where are you from?
David Yehola from Wetumpka.
Okay, questions we're asking, what do you remember about Christmas as a child?
Christmas, when we had Christmas at our church, we had a big Christmas tree and decorated up best as we could at the time. And I remember them having a lot of handkerchiefs and socks scattered out on the tree for some of the older men that kind of like visitors. When they came, we'd have something for them. A lot of good singing and a lot of good eats. So we had a lot of good times back then.
And a bag of candy.
Pardon?
A bag of candy.
Bag of candy, and Santa Claus came in, and we had a Santa Claus at Tall Creek. I like that.
Oh, that sounds pretty amazing. If you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
Let's see, I got a daughter in L.A., so just say Christmas to her and my niece. That'll work.
That'll do it. Thank you, Mado.
Everyone got a card yet? Has everyone got a card? So we can get started.
Excuse me, sir. Can I speak with you for a second?
Sure can.
What's your name and where you from?
Merle Bear Hill, and I'm from Okmulgee.
We're asking people, what are your memories of Christmas as a child?
Oh, waking up for the Christmas present that was under the tree, regardless if it was what, I enjoy what I got. Yep.
That pretty much made your day.
Yeah, it made my day, you know. I can't remember what I got, but I was happy with it. Yeah. Okay. So I just wish everybody have a good Christmas.
Well, that's what my next question was. Okay. If there was someone in particular you wanted to say Merry Christmas to, who would it be?
Yeah, it would be my daughter, my grandson, then her husband. You know, just they live in Oklahoma City, so and I live down here, so probably I'll be up there for Christmas holidays. So I wish them a Merry Christmas.
Okay, Mado.
Okay, Mado.
Can I speak with you, ma'am?
Yes, you sure can.
What's your name and where are you from?
Pearl Thomas from Okmulgee.
Okay, what do you remember about Christmas as a young one?
Whenever I was in school, a little country grade school, little two-room school, at Christmas time, just before Christmas, we'd have a big pie supper, and that's what the school raised money, and they bought every child in school 2 gifts. And we always look forward to that, and of course the big Christmas tree that the boys in school would go over in the next pasture and get the biggest Christmas tree they could find, a real one. We all got to make decorations, decorated it, and then we'd have at Christmas Eve or Christmas night our program. We had a play, we had got our little gifts that we had gotten from the school, but they made sure that every child had 2 gifts and a big sack of candy with the biggest orange and biggest apple you ever saw in your life, because we were young, and it was. And the Christmas candy, the old-fashioned Christmas candy. Those are the kinds of things that I remember. Most of our children will never know that. They don't know that kind of Christmas that we used to have.
I remember that ribbon candy that got stuck to everything.
Yes, we had that, and we had it for months after that. We'd only eat a piece at a time until it was all gone, Now,
one of the things we're doing is helping people send Christmas greetings to someone. Is there someone in particular that you would like to send a greeting?
Well, of course, always your relatives. I have a sister that just left this morning to go back to South Carolina, but she'll have Christmas there, and I always wish them and my great-nephews and nieces there. But most of all, our men and women in the armed services all over the world, protecting our rights here, that we can sit right here and have the kind of fun fellowship that we're having right now. That I appreciate.
That'll do it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
you. Excuse me, sir. Can I talk with you for a second? Yeah, let's talk to you. Let me get your name and where you're from.
I'm Jay Proctor. I live here in Liverpool.
One of the questions we're asking everyone is, what do you remember about Christmas as a young one?
I remember as a little kid, I was named after my great uncle, and they called out the name, and my uncle got my toy train. That's what I remember.
Did you ever get the train back?
No, I never did.
Now, we are helping people send Christmas greetings to someone. If you wanted to say Merry Christmas to someone in particular, who would it be?
Let me see. To a great friend of mine. He's a Cherokee. He's a chief of a Chota ground. His name is David Cummington. Great friend of mine. I would say Merry Christmas to him. Yeah.
Widow. Hi, can I speak with you, ma'am? What's your name and where are you from?
Johnny Marks, I'm from Morse.
Okay, now the questions we're asking is, what do you remember about Christmas when you were a child?
Just getting toys, talking to Santa, and going to church and listening to all the Creek songs. And I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that.
Now, one of the things we're trying to do is help people send Christmas greetings to someone. Is there someone special in particular that you'd like to say Merry Christmas to?
Just Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody has a nice, safe Christmas.
Okay, that covers it pretty well, I'd say. Widow.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Gary Fife with Mvskoke Radio. And what's your name and where are you from?
Miriam Beaver, I'm from Morris, Oklahoma.
One of the questions we're asking is, what do you remember about Christmas when you were a child?
We went to church and just had a good fellowship. We didn't have much of anything, but we had a good time. There was lots of love.
And a bag of candy?
Sometimes. Yes, a bag of candy.
Okay, now one of the things we're trying to do is help people with sending a Christmas greeting to someone. Is there someone who comes to mind that you'd really like to say Merry Christmas to?
Just everybody. I can't single anyone out.
I'd say that pretty well covers it then. Thank you, man. Second. I'm Gary Fife with Mvskoke Radio. What's your name? Excuse me? Oh, did I? Well, you were just so great I had to come back. Can I speak with you, sir?
Sure.
Hi, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Michael Kuhn from Glenpool.
I had to have an ID on these things. What do you remember about Christmas as a child?
Spending time with my parents, going over to their house and enjoying the Christmas season, and then going to church, watching the Christmas plays and stuff. That was pretty much on our priority, was going to the church and handing out gifts to the children and stuff, and seeing the smiles on the children's faces and stuff. So
yours too, I imagine.
Yes, mine too.
Now, if you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
I'd sing it to my father and my mother.
Philip?
Yep, Philip and Helen Kuhn.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me, ma'am, can I talk to you for a second?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Gary Fife with Mvskoke Radio. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Jane Cornell from Tulsa. Nice to meet you, Gary. Nice to meet you, Gary.
Thank you. I feel flattered. Now, one of the questions we're asking people is, what do you remember about Christmas as a child?
My dad had to work out of state, and when he would come home, he would always play Santa Claus, and that was so much fun. Especially whenever he would come in the house and say, ho, ho, ho. And we always got a box of cherry chocolates.
Sounds pretty good. If you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
Oh, wow, there's so many people I know. I guess my friend in Oklahoma City, her husband has his own oxygen. And I was sending a greeting to him in Oklahoma City.
Okay. Thank you, Mido. Excuse me, can I talk to you for a second?
just for a second.
Okay, yeah, bingo is really important. Don't want to interfere with that. Let me have your name and where you're from.
Minnie Proctor in Dewar, Oklahoma.
Okay, one of the questions we're asking everyone is, what do you remember about Christmas as a child?
All the presents that my parents got us, and just the get together with my sisters. There were 7 of us girls, so we were all pretty well bonded together, and we still are to this day.
Sounds like a pretty big Christmas then.
Yes, it was, and it was enjoyable because I had my parents back then, and now without.
Things change. One of the things we're doing is helping people send a Christmas greeting. Is there someone in particular you would like to say Merry Christmas to?
I'd just like to say Merry Christmas to all the servicemen that's away from their home and serving this country.
Middle.
Okay.
Again, what's your name and where are you from?
Wanda Weaver from Sapulpa.
Okay, what do you remember about Christmas as a child?
Everybody coming to my grandma's house. We were from a big family.
How many?
Well, she had 2 daughters, and she had three daughters, and one daughter had 10 kids.
Oh my, that must have been
the eldest of the 10.
You are? Well, congratulations. That must have been one heck of a Christmas.
There's 7 girls and 3 boys. We outnumbered the boys.
Now, if you wanted to send a Christmas greeting to someone, who would it be?
To all my brothers and sisters.
Okay, we'll let you get back to bingo.
Okay.
Number 10, 33.
I think so.
Oh, okay. I'm Gary Fife with Mvskoke Media. Who are you and where are you from?
Annie Hicks, I'm from Mvskoke.
We're asking people, what are your memories of Christmas as a child?
3, 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 73.
Memories, I'm trying to think.
3 or 4.
Like we have dinner and like 8 siblings. They all come over and have dinner and Christmas.
Sound like a pretty big one, then, huh?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, if we're giving people a chance to send Christmas greetings to someone, is there someone in particular you'd like to say Merry Christmas to?
Yes, Louise Burgess.
50.
A Merry Christmas
50.
and a Happy New Year.
Yes,
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Chagoti, jump Chagoti, jump Chahogi bee. Hilodi, Jaliskana, Dicky, Big Bo Fatskis. Jump Chagoti, jump Chagoti, jump Chahogi bee. Hilodi, Jaliskana, Dicky, Big Bo Fatskis. Fatskis, Isayija. Mikon agasamam, sifikam gid agasama. Oh Magad Yahega, oh Magad Yahega, oh Magad Yahega. Ikan bayat, ikan omi. Mihin manitosi, ikaw ang faksida, agasangga. Sinhonichkagi, 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 anokitska. Kisti hobilgana, wikan, Imamo Heitzagin, Sinom Hitatidakakis, Awid Yihichagis, Awid Yihichagis, Sinom Hitatidakakis, Awid Jagis, Mikal Giyarin Lom Hidat in Hawi Motames, is Anzakes Hobotlines, Homid on Lom Hadis, Homid on Lom Hadis, is Anzakes Hobotlines, Homid on Lom Hadis.
Kick off the new year with a triple dose of the Tulsa Oilers at the BOK Center January 8th, 9th, and 10th. Come cheer on the Oilers as they face off against the Utah Grizzlies. Puck drops at 7:05 p.m. Friday and Saturday night and 4:05 p.m. Sunday. Buy tickets today by phone or text 918-632-7825 or online at tulsaoilers.com. Tulsa Oilers hockey fun for the entire family. That's Tulsa Oilers hockey at the BOK Center January 8th, 9th, and 10th. You've been listening to Mvskoke Radio. Join us again next week for more local, tribal, and community news and updates. Mado.